and welcome to the 4th Annual Public Policy Conference of the Ontario Centre for Engineering and Public Policy. My name is Bernard Ennis, and I am the Director of the Centre and the Director of Policy and Professional Affairs at Professional Engineers Ontario. Before we get started, I have an announcement. Those people who are registered for the PEO Annual General Meeting, when you registered at the front, you were not provided with the package for the AGM, so at some time during the day, would you please go to the reception desk and pick up the AGM package. This year there was a change with the Centre. It was moved from being an independent body into becoming a department of PEO. One of the other things that happened was that the Centre Council asked for an advisory body for the Centre, and it is my pleasure now to introduce the members of the board, the advisory board for the Ontario Centre for Engineering and Public Policy. First of all, and if you could stand and let everybody see who you are. First of all, our board chair is Murray Carter of Engineers Canada. The vice chair is Professor Brian Surgener of Queen's University. The members of the board are Ken Klupp from RCMP, Gary Thompson from Toronto Hydro, I guess he's not here yet, and our EIT representative is Charcy Cyril. There are two other members of the board who could not be here today, William DeAngelis, representing Consulting Engineers Ontario, and our media representative is Bob McDonald from CBC, who will be receiving the President's Award from Professional Engineers Ontario at tonight's Order of Honor Gala. You'll notice on the slides throughout the day, you'll notice the sponsors for the various segments of the conference. Our sponsors this year are Engineers Canada, who are the overall conference sponsor. The University of Waterloo is the breakfast sponsor. The Canadian Institute of Steel Construction is sponsoring today's lunch. Consulting Engineers Ontario is sponsoring the breaks. And the Department of Civil Engineering at the University of Toronto is the media sponsor. Please, yes, thank you. Please extend a gracious thank you to them all. This year's theme, Changing Expectations, reflects OCEPP's objectives of redefining the way in which engineers are engaged in decision-making processes, particularly those leading to public policies. In many organizations, there are two career ladders, one for leaders and one for the technologically inclined. Probably the best example of this division is found in the famous line uttered during the argument about whether the Space Shuttle Challenger was ready to launch. At the height of that argument, the general manager of Morton Theotol, the manufacturer of the solid booster rockets, told the vice president of engineering to, quote, "Take off your engineering hat and put on your management hat," unquote. The implication is that important decisions, the decisions about what has to be done, are not made by engineers. Too often, engineers are regarded solely as implementers whose task is to create and utilize technology to suit business plans and political choices made by others. By providing forums such as this conference, our policy engagement seminar series, and the articles published in Engineering Dimensions, OCEPP encourages engineers to demonstrate to decision makers in government, commercial enterprises, and civil society organizations the strategic value of engaging engineers in fundamental policy decisions. I hope you will take the opportunity of the question periods today to become part of those dialogues. And if you have a Twitter account, don't be shy about tweeting some of today's ideas and discussions to your friends. At this time, I'm very pleased to introduce our first speaker, Janusz Kaczynski. Dr. Kaczynski was appointed Dean of the Faculty of Science and Engineering at York University in July 2010. Born and raised in Poland, Janusz received his PhD in Energy and Environmental Engineering from the University of Science and Technology in Krakow. After postdoctoral training at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, Janusz joined McGill University in 1994 and was appointed Associate Vice Principal, Research and International Relations in 2005. In 2006, he was named International Chair in Bioenergy for the Institute for Advanced Studies and the Centre National de la Recherche Scientifique in France. Prior to joining York University, Janusz served as Dean for the College of Engineering at the University of Saskatchewan. He has also completed the prestigious Oxford Advanced Management and Leadership Program at Oxford University and the Executive Education Program on Crisis Leadership in Higher Education at Harvard University. His research includes projects related to sustainable energy systems, the next generation of nuclear reactors, environmental impact of energy technology, greenhouse gas mitigation, fabrication of novel nanomaterials, public security in buildings immune to bioterrorism, and Mars exploration. Tying some of these research interests together during his work in Europe, Janusz went on a series of zero-gravity parabolic flights. Janusz also has experience outside academia. He has founded his own energy company and consults with multinational firms around the world. He has also served on the board of a number of companies in Canada and US, including the position of chairman. Please welcome Dean Kosinski.